continuous learning, continuous education, continually improving our knowledge, our skills, and our capabilities. That's one of the primary secrets of successful people. In this video, you will learn some ways of doing DIY, do-it-yourself, in-house training. I'm a professional trainer and speaker, and I know that 24 hours after I've spoken, most of what I've said will be lost. However, if it's reinforced, it will last a lifetime. In-house training is what we use to fill in between those formal training episodes. Yes, there are times you need to bring in a trainer like me, but you want to look at what you can do on a regular basis, and you will be surprised at how much impact it will have on your organization and the people that you influence. Let's get started. When you think about teaching what you know. Everyone knows something that I would like to know, or perhaps I need to know, and the same is true for you. So when you're teaching, teach what you know and learn from people who know more as well. We'll cover this in more detail in Chuckism number 76. Teach as you learn. As your knowledge increases, share it with others. There's no reason not to. And then, most importantly, allow others to teach you. I have yet to meet anyone who could not teach me something. Everyone has a lesson that they can teach us that will benefit us. Devote time for learning. Don't make this sporadic. Devote time. Set time aside every week or maybe even every day to learn something new about the important areas in your life. And invest in others. You invest in someone else when you teach them. So consider all you could be doing to learn and to teach. You cannot teach someone something they already know. You cannot teach someone something that they think they know or they do not want to know. So what do you do about that? Generate curiosity. Obviously, you're still watching this video, and you're probably watching it more out of curiosity than anything else. Curiosity works. What else could I learn? What else would I be able to do? How else might I benefit from the message in that particular training? And then generate interest. You can generate interest by focusing on what's in their best interest. Not what's in your best interest, but what's best for them. And for those who think they already know or they already know, create uncertainty. Generate uncertainty. Has something changed? Has something been updated? You know that we live in a world of change. Technologies change. Processes change. So if you can generate uncertainty, interest, or curiosity, they will want to learn from you. But this is the big one. Do they have a need to know? What are the benefits for them from knowing what you could teach them, or what are the dangers for them not knowing what you could teach them? Make teaching a priority. Have weekly sessions, if at all possible, and have them regularly scheduled at the same time or the same day every week, and they don't need to be that long. In fact, keep them short and sweet. Have a prescribed start time and an end time so that people know they only have to devote this much time to the weekly or daily or monthly training. 15 minutes is a good target to shoot for. An 8-minute training program. If you want to have a really short training program, have one with no chairs, everyone stands. But you want to let people know this is a priority, it's important. There are 3 elements to teaching. Number 1 is content. What is the subject matter you will be teaching? What is the content? If you've already used curiosity or some other form to get them there, then the content is relevant. Delivery is how you will send your content in a format that people can benefit from. If it's a live presentation or if it's virtual, you want to use blended learning as much as you can. Blended learning is using different media to express your content. So maybe you'll use pictures and images because our minds remember in pictures. Or maybe you'll use audio, maybe you'll use video. When you use multiple media, learning increases and retention increases. So consider any kind of format you could use that would help a person learn more effectively. And then you'll need a teacher. Once you have the content, Once you have the delivery methodology, you'll need a teacher or a facilitator. And the role of this person is to stimulate learning. It's not to show how smart they are. It's not to just give information. It's to stimulate learning. And here is what you already know. Never stop learning. Continuous education is critical. Trust yourself. When it comes time for you to teach, remember the people that are listening to you can benefit from what you are teaching them, as long as your heart and mind are in the right place. See your information as a gift. All things are possible. That's the motivational side of teaching. Use a yes, I can attitude. Let people that you're teaching know you're giving them information they can use. You're giving them information that can benefit them. And keep a positive attitude. When you're teaching, you'll have detractors sometimes. You may even have hecklers. But you want to keep a positive attitude because you know how this information has helped you, and you want to have other people benefit from how it can help them. So here's what you can do. Would you help me by clicking the subscribe button below? If you do, you'll become rich, famous, and successful in just a matter of weeks. Why can't I say that? Well, it could happen. They could win the lottery or something, but would you click the button anyway, please? Have regular training episodes. As I said, weekly, keep them short and sweet. Let the participants in the training serve as facilitators. Rotate the job of facilitation. Sometimes it could be the CEO. Sometimes it could be a forklift driver. It's whoever has the best grasp on the knowledge that you want to impart to the participants. It also gives the participants an opportunity to stand in front of their peers or others, build their confidence, and show that they have the potential to move to the next level. Choose, or let the facilitator choose the topic. If you choose the topic because you're the leader, then find the facilitator that is most knowledgeable on that. Everyone in the class should be given an opportunity to show their perspective and to ask questions, but you want the person in the front of the room to be the most knowledgeable on the topic. Once you have picked the topic and you have found the content, like a YouTube video or an article, have all the participants review the content prior to the session. So you don't have to spend session time going through the content. They can review it a week in advance or 3 days in advance, however much time you give them. Understand that many people are procrastinators and some are still going to be reviewing it as they walk in the room, but you want to encourage people to be queued up and ready to participate. Use questions instead of statements. The human mind cannot not respond to a question. So as much of your presentation as possible, if you're the facilitator, should be in the form of questions. And in many of the Chuckisms, I give you a list of questions to ask or topics to address at the end of each Chuckism module. Here's the summary. Pick a topic. It can be a one-off or it can be part of a series. Pick a facilitator for that topic, and then find the content. Go online or distribute an article. It could be YouTube, it could be an article on a website, it could be articles somewhere else, but you want everyone to have access to the content prior to the meeting so that they can review it. It'll make the conversation more robust and more effective. Use blended learning, as we talked about. Use images when you can, and encourage creativity. You want every facilitator to add a little something extra to the next meeting. Here's some sample assessment questions you can use so that you'll have continuous quality improvement in your training session. Would you help me by clicking the like button below? It's what? The like button. Oh, that makes more sense, doesn't it? Explain some things. Would you click the like button below? Thank you. Number one, what did you learn? So at the end of your session, what did you learn? What did you learn? You could ask some people, what did you remember? What was it that you already knew, but Information was there that you had stopped using, and now you remember it and you can start engaging with it again. What was the best part of the session? And what can we improve? Now, you don't have to use all of these, but pick a question or two to assess how well the training is being done. And then here's the big one. What will you do differently? As a result of our 10 or 15 minutes together this morning, what will you be able to do differently? And try to have everyone in the class respond to this, because at that point, they will be teaching each other. They will be teaching each other. They'll spark ideas in the other people in the room. And remember this from Chuckism number 32. If I always do what I've always done, I'll actually have less than I've ever had before. So change is essential, change is necessary. We want to make sure that every training program gives each participant the opportunity to change for the better. DIY in-house training succeeds best when it becomes a priority, not something that we do once in a while, but it's regularly scheduled, and participation is expected, maybe not mandatory, but expected. There are times when you can teach. There are times when other people will teach. There are times when others will facilitate. The more dialogue you can have, the more effective the training is going to be. Interaction is king. So teach what you know and let other people teach what they know. That way everyone can benefit from the knowledge, experience, and capabilities of other people on our team. Influence people with knowledge. Teach others.